Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umber and today talking about Doom. But not really like Doom that you're potentially thinking of. Like Doom the video game for PlayStation 4, really awesome. Doom Eternal, slightly not as good in my opinion. Doom 16 is just so good. But no, I'm talking about Doom potentially in your future because there is an event coming to global in the very near future that is a tiny bit scary and should be a tiny bit scary, and that is the introduction of the starting of really difficult content. Now, what do I mean by really difficult content? Well, I mean this Iron Giant trial. The Iron Giant trial on JP was the first really big wake-up call for a lot of players, because up until then the Japanese side did not have monthly quests. And what I mean by monthly quests is, do the EXP farming so many times in a month. You have to do it like 70 times and you get a rainbow UR orb. Japan didn't get that until much later than global. Because of that, a lot of Japanese players were very early on feeling like it was almost impossible to raise a ton of characters, and more importantly, if you have made some bad choices early on in the JP days, you just were kind of screwed for awakening materials. And so a lot of Japanese side players were thirsty, so thirsty. They were so thirsty, there's just nothing in the cup left to drink, let me tell you. So we were thirsty for awakening materials, and then came this Iron Giant trial. And we thought to ourselves, we can get through this. But it came in two flavors, the level 60 and the level 80, the highest level of content we had seen in the game so far, with some of the nastiest challenges that we've seen in the game so far. Because there was the traditional style, hey, if you beat this, you're going to get these rewards. First of all, there was a rainbow rock in there, and there was a good amount of stuff to craft this armor as well. And that's the thing, like right here, first of all, you're going to look at this and say, oh, well, Umbra, what are these challenges? Well, first of all, the second one I want you to look at is nobody dies. Now, this is already a big challenge because a lot of the enemies in this stage are really tanky, take a lot of damage to kill, and can dish out a lot of damage, meaning that your units are always in danger in this fight. Second one was, of course, not hiring any companions. This one is always difficult for people. Some people rely on their friends to be able to clear this thing. And this was one of those ones where having a friend unit made a difference. Having 6 units meant that you could potentially get this done much more soundly. The next one, of course, I do believe it was like no more than 3 items. Or that's the first one. Which, of course, is pretty easy. I mean, items are just not super used a lot of the time, especially if you have a healer. But the fourth one was the one where shit started to get real. Where all of a sudden it was, well, you're going to have to beat 3 units at once. You have to get a triple kill with one ability at a single time. And given how tanky the units are and trying to get unit placement properly while also trying to not have your characters die was a bit of a challenge. Not at the 60 level one, but definitely the 80. But the grand motherfucker of all of this was the fact that to get that damn rainbow rock, you needed to do all of these tasks in one go. And let me tell you, this even now on the JP side is still a challenge. Not a challenge to complete it, but a challenge to get all of the tasks. And the level 81 is not joking around when it comes right down to it. This mission will get your characters killed pretty easily. Obviously, of course, this is a stage that I do not even think is auto-able now on the JP side. Not because the AI just doesn't do anything. But grand kicker here is the fact that you once again need to do all of the tasks successfully at the same time to get that rainbow rock. This is job level 1280 content, and let me tell you, the description on the tag matches the content. So, because I still actually need to beat this a couple of times, we're going to play it. And before you ask, yes, I chose this music for a reason. So we're not going to auto at once, but I do want to show you how difficult the auto is. So we are going to go in with a little bit of an advantage. We are going to choose where our characters will start. I'm going to kind of put those 2 units there. We're going to put... Oh. It's a little difficult. Don't mind the impending doom music. Alright. So I think that's about as good as we're going to get on this. So let us start. And of course, the advantage you always have when you are doing this by yourself is that your control is usually better than the AI's. That is something that is a generally better thing for you, right? Like, obviously, running right in here is going to be a bad idea. So I'm even going to give my guys a little bit more of an advantage. Let's get rid of this guy real quick. He's going to be a problem. And we're going to want haste. You know what? We will haste Ramza. He's kind of important. And while this is not necessarily the most difficult content that has ever appeared on the JP side right now, like, honestly, I would put this as bad, but not as bad, funnily enough, as some of the content that we've gotten where everything is just a evade unit now. See, as you can see, even my high-level characters here having a little bit of difficulty. We don't want to trigger the Iron Giant early. We want our Warrior of Light to be slightly, you know, kind of a little bit of a bait unit. As you can see, these warriors are coming in. They have about almost 4,000 HP. They are debuffing us quite hard. Again, we have to be really careful about where we step, because if we go a little too close, we're going to activate that Iron Giant, and that's not going to be super fun for us. But I could do her thing. Just check and see what abilities we got as options. Go! Of course, we are going to take more damage from magic because he is not a magic tank. But as you can see, the damage is starting to pile up against us. And you can see the range on that guy right there. And so this fight is really, really difficult. You have a lot of enemies present, and a lot of them do a lot of damage. We're actually going to not break him because we don't quite have enough to get that done, so we're just going to walk over here. We're going to kill this guy. As you can see, we're getting hit on all sides by everything. See when this is going to take place. Fortunately, after a whole bunch of other characters, chance as well. So let's hit him with that and move her out of the way. Up we go. We are putting ourselves in a little bit of danger here, but we're also giving our guys a few extra targets to hopefully disperse the damage a little bit more. As you can see, you're kind of seeing that just how strong Ayaka is. She really is a super strong. And right now we would love to be able to kill this guy. Thankfully, she is a magic tank, so she will take a little bit less damage. We're also going to get right in here, right before he acts, and we are going to triple break him, so make him considerably less damage dealing. But as you can see, not that much less damage dealing. Got around that nice fire spell there, gonna save us a little bit of trouble. And we're gonna split this guy's skull open just a bit. Heal up our tank. And unfortunately for him, he is kind of, well, have a little bit of a difficulty. Little scary. We want to deal with that mage sooner than later. But yes, one of the things that I'm really trying to do is I'm definitely trying to make people understand that the content starts becoming pretty difficult in the near future. The Iron Giant is just such a difficult challenge to try and get through without having any character die. As you can see, I've been really not even letting this auto, and my characters are basically all level 99 with a really premium tank as well. And this guy is putting up a heck of a fight. Let's hit him with Holy. Move our unit out. You can see he's pretty resistant to a lot of types of damage. Except magic, of course. You need to have some weakness. Let's just take care of him. But even if, like, I have successfully gotten through this trial without getting anybody killed, the really bigger problem is just trying to kill 3 units at once. It is very difficult to corral them with their starting positions into a spot that it is super easy to kill all of them. As you can see, it is just a really difficult challenge. So for globalers, especially globalers who are potentially, you know, not the highest of, you don't have the highest of teams, you should look at this content as, well, it's going to return in the future, and maybe for now, if you can just do your 5 clears for the achievements, that is an achievement in itself. For instance, right here you can see one of the things that we are getting, oh right, that's for the other one. We are getting some, just some bonus lapis and whatnot, and if you make it out with that, pretty good. But it really is the first content for War of the Visions that really is a difficulty spike. The harder difficulty is definitely meant for whales to put themselves to the challenge. But in the meantime, don't worry, there is the level 61 that is still pretty difficult, and if you can clear it, good for you. Preparation has served you. Anyway, it has come back with the Final Fantasy Tactics Part 2. I feel like I'm rambling, so that's it for now, and be forewarned. Iron Giant coming your way. Coming soon. Anyway, take care. See you later.